Hi again everyone, it's Mel from Stocksbridge Guitar Tech, and I thought for today's lesson we'd go back to basics a little bit. I'm going to show you some variations on some of the open chords, the chords that I were playing there in that intro. They were just variations of the open chords that you've already learned, so C, G, D, A, E minor. Now these chords are often called country chords or buskers chords because they're used so often in those genres of music. They're very, very useful chords. They're very symmetrical, they fit nicely together, and they're very, very easy to transition between. So I'm going to show you these chords. We'll also have a look at that strumming pattern that I was playing there. But let's zoom in and have a look at these chords first. Okay, so the first chord we're going to look at is a variation on our G major, which we would usually play like this. So here we've got the root, a third there, and then the three open strings, and then high E string at the third fret as well. But a lot of people like to play this G chord taking those thirds out, so taking those B's out, and so they'll play it like this. They will put the pinky finger on the third fret of the first string and then the ring finger on the third fret of the second string, which gives you a D and a G, so like a power chord. So by taking those thirds out, so now we just go like this, put the second finger on the low E string third fret and mute the A string with that same finger or with the index finger. Just rest it lightly on the A string so that that B doesn't sound, and we get this, which is a much clearer chord than so a lot of people like to use that chord. You can still include that B. Some people think that that low B doesn't sound right. Personal choice really, but all we're doing basically is we're exchanging, we've got our normal G chord, we're exchanging the ring finger, we're swapping that to the pinky finger, and then we're dropping that ring finger into the third fret on the B string, the second string, to give us that nice full G chord. And the beauty now about these chords I'm going to show you is that these two fingers never move. We leave these two fingers down all the time now. So we're only moving the index and second fingers. So there's G, and then if we just drop these two fingers down, the first and second fingers down one string, so now we've got the second finger playing a C on the fifth string third fret, and we've got the index finger playing an E on the fourth string. We've now got a C chord. It's actually a C add 9 because we've got this D here. But all we've done is drop these two fingers down from that chord, and now we get very, very nice chord. And these two work really nicely together, and so many songs have been written using these chords. So those are the first two. So we've got a G and a C add 9. So the next one is a variation on E minor. So E minor, if you remember, is just these two strings, the 5th and 4th string. We can use our index finger on the 5th string 2nd fret, 2nd finger on the 4th string 2nd fret. All the other strings are open. But now we're going to keep these two fingers, the ring finger and pinky finger, where they were in the 3rd fret on the 1st and 2nd strings, and make that chord, and we now get this. Again, another really nice sounding chord. It's just an E minor 7 chord. Very nice. So now we've got G, C add 9 and E minor 7. And now again, like we did before, if we just drop the index and 2nd finger down by 1 string, so we've now got the index finger on the 4th string 2nd fret, and we've got the 2nd finger on the 3rd string 2nd fret, and now we're not going to play this low E now. We're going to play A as the bass note, and again leaving the ring and pinky fingers where they are, we get this. Another really, really great chord there. And that's just like an A sus4. It's also got the 7 in it, so it's like A7 sus4. And then the final chord I'm going to show you is like our D major chord. If you imagine D major. But again, we're going to leave these two down, and we're just going to put the index finger in the 2nd fret on the 3rd string, and now we're not going to play the low E string or the A string. We're just going to play from the 4th string down. So the D is going to be our root note, and this is just a standard D sus4 chord. It's just D sus4. But those chords, you can combine them. So we've got G, C add 9, E minor 7, A sus, and D sus. And you can play literally hundreds and hundreds of songs using these chords. So this strumming pattern is just I'm just varying it a little bit there. You don't just want to play the same pattern over and over. but that's a very useful strumming pattern. So it's just down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down. Alright folks, so that's your lesson for today. I know we've gone a little bit backwards in today's lesson, just sort of going over chords that you already know, but these alternative shapes really will help you to get a bit more flavour into your music. They are really useful shapes. As I said before, there are literally hundreds of songs that you can play just using these 5 chords that we've used today. But of course you can combine these, you can still use them with all your other chords that you've learned, and it's always good to reflect. It's always good to look back at the basics to make sure that you haven't missed anything. You've also learned another strumming pattern there. Again, just practice that pattern along with the other strumming patterns you've learned and start to develop your own strumming patterns. If you can tap your foot along to it in a 4, 2, 3, 4 and the pattern fits, then that's fine. So don't be too rigid in these patterns. I do hope you'll find these chords useful, I'm sure you will. But anyway, that's the lesson for today. As ever, please do remember to subscribe and click the little bell if you do find these videos useful. That's all from me today. Join me on the next one and I'll see you later. Bye for now.